AnimazeMag.com.
We're here with Bryce Papenbrook at, where are we at?
This is Otakon.
This is Otakon 2015. My brain is melting in the heat.
That'll happen.
Yeah, it happens. Who inspired you to get into the business?
My dad did. Actually, I got my first voice acting job because of him. He was a voice actor. He was working on Power Rangers. I was 8 years old, and the director at the end of his session was like, "Hey, we need a kid's voice," and my dad's like, "He's a kid, throw him in the booth." So that's what got me into the industry, and really what has been my drive to push forward and succeed has been my dad. It's really cool that I'm carrying on the torch for him.
Wonderful. Out of all the characters you've played, who would you like to trade places with?
Ooh, I guess that depends, because if it's Kirito but inside a video game, I mean, I think everyone wants to be him, like he's God mode running, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say Kirito maybe would be the answer if it's inside the game. Maybe not outside the game, because he's just a gamer.
He's a nerd.
Yeah.
Are there any lines that have really captured or amused you? Like
From every show I've done?
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, there's been some amazing projects I've been a part of. Just off the top of my head, one line that really was interesting, and one character that was really interesting was Henry in Fire Emblem Awakening, because all I knew about him was I saw a picture of him, and he's holding a crow and smiling, and the first line in the script was "Yay, blood." So I'm like, oh, okay, he's excited about this? All right, yay, blood. And Patrick Seitz was the director. He's like, no, let's do that, but 10 times more excited. Yay, blood! No, let's do 100 times more excited than that. Yay, blood! And that was Henry.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of stands out as an interesting experience that I've had.
Yeah. How do you get in a character?
You don't really have much time to get in a character. You kind of step in the booth and go with your gut, because you don't always know what character you're playing when you go to work. I mean, for shows where I'm the lead, like when I play Kirito, they have vocal refs that get me back into character. And actually, I just wrapped Sword Art Online 2 a couple days ago. So I've been going over those vocal refs quite a bit. So, and I have them kind of memorized, and I do this every time. He just starts, "I'm Kirito. I heard the game has an unlimited number of them. You're not going to die." And then I always say, "You're probably going to die." Or, "You're not going to die for at least 5 minutes.
Nice. What's the weirdest or funniest direction you've ever been given in the booth?
It's always interesting when directors will say a color, add more blue, or something like that. But I think Alex, the director of Sword Art Online, he'll just make a face, because I can see him through the soundproof glass. So it'll be just add a little, and I'll know what he means because we've been working together for a while. And he's like, "Oh yeah, exactly, that's it." Yeah. So I think just a direction that has no words, just a facial expression. Make him more, and then it kind of works.
Yeah. What moment of your career are you most proud of?
Wow, that's another tough thing to sort of nail down, because I've been extremely proud of so much of my work, especially recently. I've just been working on such amazing projects. I think there's been a number of moments where I've been at conventions, and just sitting in front of a crowd and talking to people and getting the responses from them and the feedback from them is just amazing. I mean, it's those moments that I feel wow, people are actually watching my work, because when we record, we're in a booth by ourselves. So if you do something that's funny, you don't get a laugh. If you do something that's emotional, you don't see any response. But at these conventions, I get that feedback. So it's been those moments that I can really step back and go, that's awesome. That was a great scene, a great moment.
Do you notice any parallels between the characters you play?
Like similarities between... Well, I mean, I sound like I'm in middle school, so a lot of characters I play are around that age. I've definitely played a lot of young heroes, but each character is very different. And what I really try to do is make them be individuals, because I don't want you to think of Kirito when you hear Eren Jaeger, or vice versa. So I try to make them still sound age appropriate, but different.
If you could montage your career in one song, what would that be?
Oh man, a song. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm gonna answer it later online.
Okay.
Because I want to pick the right song. That's an important question. Like, I can't just throw out any song.
You gotta go through your whole playlist.
Yeah, I gotta search through iTunes and see what strikes me as like, all right, that's my career to this point.
That's fair.
But off the top of my head, I don't know. The only song coming to mind is "Who Let the Dogs Out," and that's not gonna. I don't know if that's the right song. That's it. "Who Let the Dogs Out." Boom, done. No, I'm just kidding. I'll think of a good song, tag me, and then I'll have an answer.
Just post it in the fanfic.
There we go. Yeah, I will.
Any work-related dreams?
Once in a while, when I'm really like deep in a series, like I will dream in the voice of a character. I've definitely had dreams where I'm Rin Okumura, or I'm like Eren Jaeger, just like being angry.
Do you wake up angry, or?
Yeah, wake up just pissed off. My dogs are so confused when stuff like that happens.
Have you learned anything about yourself while working in the business?
Yeah, I mean, I've proven to myself that that I'm a hard worker, and I don't let things, obstacles slow me down. I just sort of push right through them, because there are a lot of obstacles that voice actors face, and I've been able to overcome quite a few of them, and I'm proud of that.
Nice. Who would you say is your most beloved character?
Wow, if I picked one, the other ones would murder me from inside my head. So to avoid being murdered, I can't pick one.
Alright, that's fair. Has working in anime fulfilled any of your bucket list goals?
I mean, for me as an actor, I didn't say like, I have to do this, or I want to do this, or I'm going to do X, I just sort of went with it, and wherever it takes me, that's where I'm supposed to be, and I've really done a lot more than I foresaw myself doing, so I can't, limit myself to anything. I just go wherever, the voice acting world will take me. But I've definitely done things that I've said, like, it would be cool to work on Pokemon. Like, I played Pokemon Red as a kid, and now I'm the OG Pokemon Master, Red.
Yeah.
So, I mean, things like that are amazing. I grew up playing Final Fantasy, and I'm part of, that franchise in multiple ways. It's so cool.
All right, thank you very much.
WeRiseMag.com